Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Broken Arrow Open Beta, and welcome back to the RTS Cast and Stuff channel. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Today we're going to be taking a look at the helicopter tab for the USA. Fairly small tab, but lots of options, a bit like we will have with the air tab. First up is the Super Cobra. Quite a few options for this one. Obviously, this is an attack chopper with a main 20mm Gatling gun. At least I think it classes as a Gatling gun, right? It's not technically an autocannon. It spins, so it's a Gatling gun. Someone else can confirm that. I'm sure there's an expert out there that knows. That has 20mm heat projectiles, so 20mm heat penetration as well on those. It's good against infantry, light vehicles, and other helicopters. Obviously, you're not going to do a huge amount of tanks. Then, in terms of the pylon options, on the outer pylons, there's quite a selection here. You can have 14 Hydra rockets, which are just the basic 70mm Hydra rockets, with reasonable range, obviously pretty effective against infantry and can fire at vehicles as well. Good amount of suppressive power. Maybe that's what they're more effective against when it comes to vehicles and tanks. You can upgrade that to 38. Or you can switch to having 4 TOW-2 AT missiles, 2 on each side. Obviously standard TOW-2 missiles there, nothing special about them, just the standard 900mm heat penetration ones. You can upgrade those again and go for the TOW-2 missiles, but have 4 at each side for 8 in total. And again, same ones, just the 900mm heat penetration. Then is the option of the Hellfires, slightly different Hellfires to the ones we've seen previously. These can only target vehicles, they can also be laser guided in by the unit, and they have 900mm heat penetration. I'm unsure if these ones are the vertical ascent and then top attack missiles, or if these ones just directly attack the front side rear armor of a target. Not clear here. Obviously some Hellfires definitely go up and then come down on top of their target. This one I'm not sure. It's a different missile to the other one, so I'm unclear if it's got the same mode of action. Then we have the AIM-9 Sidewinder for anti-air capability, 1 at each side. They only attack the helicopters or aircraft. I will note that obviously not going to be as effective against aircraft because aircraft are going to be moving pretty fast, so more useful against other helicopters. And then finally you have the sidearm option. The sidearm is a seed missile with a very short range of just 1,000 meters. This is something more to sneak behind enemy lines perhaps and take out S-300s and Patriots that have their radar turned on. Obviously versus some of the other anti-air units, you're going to be getting within their missile range before you're within seed range, so you're probably going to get destroyed. But obviously the S-300 and the Patriot can't shoot down helicopters, so that is the advantage there. Inner pylons, you literally can have 14 Hydra rockets or 38 Hydra rockets, and that is your only choice. The UH1Y Viper comes with extra weapon mounts, so it's still got that cannon on the front there, the 20mm Gatling gun, same weapon, or same ammunition loader I should say, so 20mm heat penetration rounds. Now there are more options here, so you have the wingtips as an option, which can either have the Sidewinder, as we discussed, anti-air, or the sidearm seed missiles for taking out radar anti-air. The outer pylons, a little bit of different kettle of fish, so they can either have the Hydra rockets, the APKWS guided rockets. If I just show you those can actually be guided in with laser. So a laser guided rockets potentially, or you can have 8 Hellfires, and it's just the same Hellfires again. And on the inner pylons, you can either have the Hydra rockets, the guided rockets, or the Hellfires. You have to take an option on the inner pylons, but you can leave the others empty if you wish. Next up is the CH-53E Super Stallion. This is a transport chopper, 14,500 supply or 30 infantry seats. So you can bring a couple of squads of infantry in this, fairly pricey. It does come with an M240 machine gun on this side. You can upgrade that to a minigun, which you can just see in here as well. Or you can upgrade that to a HMG. The choice is yours. I tend to just keep it as cheap as possible. Nothing else fancy to mention there. Then is the CH-53K King Stallion, another transport chopper. This time we have guns on both sides, M240s. This one carries 16,000 supply or 30 infantry once more. Can have miniguns, one on each side. And it can also have a GAU-21 heavy machine gun. Surprised it doesn't have a gun on the back as well, to be honest. But again, I just bring this in as cheap as possible. I don't usually let it engage anything. Next up is a very fast helicopter, which is technically a plane and a helicopter in one. Obviously, you may have seen this in movies and things. It takes off like a helicopter, but it can fly through the air by turning its blades forward. And then, effectively, it turns into a plane, a propeller plane. Pretty fast compared to the other helicopters. You notice the Viper, for example, 300. This does 500. So very fast. Carries 6,500 supply or 26 infantry. So good for getting infantry on the map. Has a huge GAU-21 on the back there. And you can also give it a GAU-17 minigun on the bottom there. That minigun can actually be quite nasty. I've seen it rip some stuff apart in the game. So don't underestimate the fact it has a minigun on the bottom, because as it's going in to drop people off, it can do quite a bit of damage. Finally, there is the UH1Y Venom. More standard transport chopper. So 2,500 supply, 8 seats, also has door guns. Door guns are 240s. You can upgrade that to a couple of miniguns if you so wish, and it does have technically little pylons which can either have hydro rockets or indeed the APKWS guided rockets. The choice is yours, though I'm still convinced those rockets would hit that door when it's positioned like that. And that is everything for the helicopter tab. It's actually a fairly short tab because there's not a lot in there, so at least this does work out to be a pretty short video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned till later. We will have the aircraft one up as well.